What's up, everybody? I am Travis.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome back to another episode of this freaking show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. The same weekly podcast that is brought to you by CarterComics.com. That's right, guys. CarterComics.com is a proud sponsor of this freaking show. The best place for you to go to get your comic needs fulfilled. Anything from graded comics to raw comics. If you're looking to begin a collection, continue a collection, or even just complete a collection, Carter Comics will have the comic you are looking for. And if for some reason they don't, you can just reach out to them. They might be able to find it. Go to CarterComics.com. Check out their amazing selection of comics. Throw them in your cart today and get them purchased. But I know some of you are all like, oh, I don't want to buy it outright. I want to do an auction. I want to live. I want to feel the rush of winning something. Well, they do have 4 different eBay accounts that are available for you to go ahead and pick through and do some bidding and hopefully taking home a win, whether it be a graded comic or a raw comic, as I mentioned earlier. But if you want to do the easy way and shop, which most of us would prefer to do, go ahead and fill your cart at CarterComics.com, and you can use the promo code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET. Use that checkout, you'll save 10% on your entire order of Carter Comics. And guys, as we roll through this week, we do have a Carter Comic Pick of the Week. It is Thor number 184, graded at a 5.5, first appearance of the Silent One. Certain to be the most talked about saga of the season. You'll never forget the monstrous mystery of the world beyond or the supernatural Silent One. Appearing in the comic is Thor, as well as Loki, Storm Giants, and Rock Trolls. It is currently available for $93.99 on CarterComics.com's website. So head on over there, fill your card up, throw it in there, put the promo code FREAKNET, FREAKNET, save yourself 10% on your entire order of Carter Comics. And yes, that's right, the more you buy, the more you save. It's just how math works.
Tracks.
Right? Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the way I say, what's 10%? You spend $100, you save $10.
Right.
You spend $200, you save $20. It just makes sense.
Right.
So if somebody's like, man, how can I buy comics and save $500? Well, just spend $5,000 on comics.
Right.
Because in the end, it's only $4,500.
Yeah. That's
right.
Like
I'm sure it's the one way for husbands to fucking get, a night on the couch, but still.
Right.
Right. So when the wife is all like, I can't believe you spent $5,000 on comics. Like, no, I spent $4,500. I saved $500.
Uh-huh.
Right. It tracks.
That works.
Yeah, it makes sense. 100%. Yeah, I'm just going to let you know I'm very jittery on coffee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, I have been up since 3 yesterday afternoon. And I had to go and pick up a gift from an old friend. It's booze. She works at a liquor bottling plant, and one of the perks of her working there is getting credits for like booze and stuff like that. And she was very nice to help me out with that. So I had to stop over and do that. And on my way home, I'm like, oh man, I got to record the show this morning, so I got to stay awake. So I went over to Cornerstone Cafe out in Pearson, Illinois, and I went to the guy and I said, listen, man, I need something tall, hot, and gonna fill me with energy for hours on end. And after he stopped making out with me, I'm kidding. But he's like,
I was looking for that. I was ready for it.
He's like, I got you. And I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's called like I think it's called like the Black Eye or something like that. Or basically it's a large black coffee with 2 shots of espresso in it. But I went heavy cream and sugar on it. Just nice. I've never been a big espresso guy, so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it.
That's for sure.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, and I'm assuming all coffee shops are the same. I'm not saying that Cornerstone's unique in any way. But I mean, you actually sit there, see them, fill the little cup with it, put the little fucking poker thing in there, tap it, it, and then, put it in there and let it fucking flow through. And you can see it right in front of you. So it was really cool to see him do it. I guess if I had to make a preference, I would prefer like one of their more themed drinks. But the guy gave me exactly what I asked for because here I am, fucking 17 hours later, wide awake. No, yeah, 17 hours later. I don't know, fucking it was 3 p.m. yesterday. It's been a long time. I've been up for a while. And I still got to be up because I got to get my hair cut later on this afternoon.
Oof, that's a long day.
Yeah, but it's okay because after this I can sit down and enjoy some audio reading.
Ooh, yeah. You know what would be a great place to enjoy some audio reading would be at audible.com.
Ooh, true that.
Yeah, and listeners, if you wanted to try Audible for yourself, you could go to audibletrial.com/freaknet, and you get a free 30-day trial and a credit towards your first audiobook purchase. So head on over to audibletrial.com/freaknet, get yourself a free trial, get yourself a free audiobook, and you too can settle in for a nice evening, day, morning, whatever of light reading.
That's very true, Joe. I've heard, can't really confirm it because I haven't done it yet, but apparently you could listen to an audiobook at any day, any time of day.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, I have done it, and it is possible. It's great.
Nice. Now I've listened to podcasts on my way into work in the mornings and afternoons, on my way home from the mornings and afternoons, even some podcasts help me go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I know that's possible. So I was like, well, shit, if I could do that with stories, then why the hell not?
Right. Well, and here's the fun thing about Audible is that they have recently added podcasts. I believe they're Audible original podcasts. It's not like something you can go sign up for, to my knowledge. But yeah, so if you want to listen to podcasts on Audible, you can do that. It's an extra perk of being part of the program.
Nice. No, I honestly believe, and I don't know if I should be saying this on the podcast, but I'm going to anyways because how could it hurt? I believe the Audible should be included in the Amazon Prime.
It should be. I don't believe it is, right? But it should be.
Yeah, it's not. It's 100% not, but I believe it should be with the cost of what Amazon Prime is.
Especially now that it's gone up. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I think that they should, incorporate, Audible into that as an additional feature. I mean, go ahead and charge them for the purchase of the books and stuff, but I mean, still, it should be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, we are in March, Women History Month, the herstory of the year, if you will.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about some female actors. Kind of like how we did with Black History Month. We're talking about like some black historical figures, making movies of them. I want to kind of talk about recasting some action movies that are normally portrayed by men for female actresses.
All right.
We're going to talk about that, but the first thing I want to talk about is pie. Because I mentioned,
yeah, tell me about this.
I want to tell you about this because I mentioned to you earlier this week. Like, remind me of Facebook and pie. Not in relation to each other, two separate things.
Gotcha.
But I was at work and we were talking about pie for some reason. I can't remember why. And I know it had to do with the crust.
Gotcha.
I'm not a big fan of pie crust. I think we were talking about chicken pot pie or something like that, but not a big fan of crust. I'm more of a pumpkin pie kind of guy where it's like, fine, you got the little crust at the bottom, but, it's that top layer crust I'm just not a big fan of. The little crimped edges, I never eat those, no matter what the pie is, never fucking eat them. I can't do it. It's just not, it's not tasty to me. The only time I've ever done it is if like, somebody I'm in a relationship in, if they're like relatives made like a pie, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll eat this, and I would just kind of mash it into like the other shit so there was some flavoring to it, but all it is just fucking, it's crust. It's the same thing with pizza. I'm not a big fan of pizza crust. That's why I order thin crust pizzas and shit. Or I just eat the middles.
Fascinating. I love crust. Crust is my favorite part of the pizza. It's one of my favorite parts of the pie.
Yeah, but why though?
Amazing.
I mean, there's just no flavor to it.
I love the texture of it. I think it does have a nice flavor. It's especially on pizza. It can usually have a good yeasty flavor, like a beer or nice baked bread. It can also be terrible. I've had bad pizza crust, But yeah, that's actually, it's one of the things that, like, if I go to a place I've never been before, it's one of the things that I taste, and I'm like, okay, I'll come back here again. Or that crust was awful. This other place has almost the exact same pizza but with better crust.
Mm-hmm. Now,
So,
I will say
sometimes
that
you get like crust toppings now they'll
yeah.
do, where they'll like butter it and then put garlic powder on it or whatever. It's
Now,
great.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine like a Pizza Hut kind of like they got like the crust seasoning and stuff. I can live with that because it's almost like you're getting like a garlic stick
Yeah, exactly.
edition. Or like when Pizza Hut does like the garlic knot crust or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Right.
I
also just love
I get
plain
past with that.
breadsticks. I'm a bread guy.
But what do you mean by plain breadsticks?
Like when you order like an order of breadsticks on the side with your pizza, and it's just all they've done is they've rolled out the pizza dough, and instead of putting toppings on it, they just bake it.
Gotcha.
Cut it into sticks.
Gotcha. That explains a lot about you now. No, I like. I mean, you mean like endless breadsticks at fucking Olive Garden?
Yeah, I love those.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll go with you on that. That's fine. But focusing on the crust here for a minute. Not a big fan of it.
Yeah,
no, you're fine. No, it's fine. This is how we fill in our conversation of stuff we don't know what we're going to talk about. This is where we live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about. I think we're talking about chicken pot pies and shit like that. We started getting on the idea of like regular pies, like who's pie, like who has favorite pies and stuff like that. And obviously, like I mentioned in mine, like mine are like the non-crust top pies. Key lime pie, banana cream pie, pumpkin pie, was a Dutch apple pie. Like it has like the top crumble instead of the actual like crust on top. But we were talking about like fruits that really don't get recognition for like pies, like pear, pineapple, stuff like that. I mean, obviously there's like the pineapple upside down cake.
But in a pie, I mean, it could be in really a pie.
I mean, you can look it up and you can Google it. The recipes are there to make a pear pie, to make a pineapple pie and shit like that. But they're never really recognized as like legit pies. I mean, you got apple and cherry and blueberry, peach, but I mean, like, I mean, when's the last time you ever seen anyone say like, oh, hey, I'm bringing a cantaloupe pie to dinner, right? So my question to you, Joe, is, where do you draw the line on what fruits are for pies and what fruits are not for pies?
I think, and my most immediate thought is, I guess I would think if it doesn't break down into a jelly when you cook it, it probably doesn't make a good pie. Now that being said, your mom made pineapple jelly one time, and I still have a little bit in my fridge. I don't want to finish it because it's one of my most favorite jellies I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. It's almost kind of like the orange marmalade.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I actually think I'd like it, like if you did like a chocolate crust with an orange marmalade filling and then like some kind of meringue top, I would really like that. I think it'd be delicious.
Right, and I was sort of thinking too, like, I mean, if there was to be an apple pie, because I obviously, like I said, I googled some of the, like I'd never heard of a pineapple pie.
Right.
So if I search pineapple pie, like you get like regular pie crust, pineapple, blah blah, but I would see it more of like a meringue. Like a lemon meringue pie, a key lime, not maybe a key lime, but like a lemon meringue pie, a banana cream pie, like that. So you get like the shredded pieces of a pineapple, not like, like the slices and stuff like that. I looked up a pear pie, which existed, but it looked like it was kind of like sliced thin, like apples would.
Right. Yeah, that's how you'd have to do it, I would think.
Yeah. But I mean, like, there has to be a reason why certain fruits are considered pie-worthy to where, like, others aren't. I mean, there's common sense ones. Watermelon. No way it's going to be a fucking pie.
Right, yeah. There's no substance to the fruit.
No.
Most melons. I think a honeydew pie would be terrible.
See, but why though? Like, why? I mean, is it just in our minds that it's going to be bad, or is it just the honeydew concept, just like that flavor when it comes to pie?
I actually don't think I have a problem with the flavor as a pie. I think it could be a really delicate and delicious. Like if you like flavored your whipped cream with like a honeydew flavor or something, I think it could be really good. But yeah, I just think the texture of the fruit as it cooks would just be disgusting. I can't. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've had a honeydew that's been sitting out at a picnic all day in the summer, and that fruit gets nasty when it's hot. Just the idea of making it even hotter because you're baking it in your oven or whatever. Ugh.
Well, let me ask you about that then. Have you ever had a ham with pineapple baked on top of it?
I have, and I hate it.
Okay. So, but pineapple could be considered one of those. So I guess you have to look at like what fruits taste good warmed up.
Right.
And like, I mean, through years of, parents buying fruit and making shit, blueberries, it goes in oatmeal. It's warm. It's fucking good. You're okay with that. Peach cobblers, cherry crisps, apple crisps, cherry cobblers, all that shit. Like, you can warm them up. Fucking like, I don't know if you ever had like warm applesauce, like, it's like heated up cinnamon applesauce.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Right? So, I mean, like there has to be something that says, do it with these, not this,
I wonder if it's like a cultural thing. Like if there's a culture that has traditionally done pies, then what fruits come from that area? And I feel like it's a very English, very German, it's sort of an Eastern Europe thing. And so I feel like if the fruit's not from Eastern Europe, it probably isn't going to make a good pie. Yeah. But then the exception to that is lemons and limes, right? Which are from like, I think Northern Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although I guess I wouldn't just have a lemon pie. I would have lemon meringue or key lime,
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it'd just be way too fucking bitter. It'd be unpleasant.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Which really makes it more of a cream pie, which,
like strawberry
cream pie.
Like, have you ever had a strawberry pie?
Oh, I have. It's so good.
Okay, now how is that made? Is that like chunks of like strawberry inside a crust?
Yeah, it's like cooked down. It's like cooked into a jelly or a jam almost, and then poured into the crust.
What about rhubarb?
I love a rhubarb pie and a strawberry rhubarb.
I see. That's the thing. Like, and this is a conversation. Like, here's the weird thing too. Is like, the moment this conversation came up at work, I'm just like, okay, I'm done talking about this because I'm going to talk about it on my show now. So we didn't even get to this part of the conversation. This is all new. As far as we got was, you ever hear of a pineapple pie? Someone's like, no. I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about it on my show. We're good. I'm walking away. So I wish I understood the concept of where like that line is.
I don't know where the line is. Cause like, you go to like Utah or whatever, they got pickle pies.
Mm-hmm. Coconut cream pie. There's another one.
Yeah. That's a great example of a coconuts aren't from Europe.
No, that's the thing. Like where are these ideas coming from? Like who said like, okay, I'm going to make an apple pie. I'm going to make a cherry pie. Every berry, I guess, works. Blueberry, blackberry, fucking raspberries, all that shit. I don't know. You ever had a raspberry pie?
I have. It's wonderful.
Okay. That's what exists. So, orange, I think. I guess there's orange cream pies.
Yeah, I've never really had one, but I can imagine it really easily because it's just like another citrus fruit.
Exactly.
I mean, like a grapefruit cream pie.
Grapefruit. Okay.
Yeah, delicious. It's really good.
So it's established that citrus has to be in like a cream pie.
I think so.
Like that's where like I think like the agreement is when it comes to the citrus fruits. Lemons, limes, grapefruits, oranges, cream pie. 100%. Yeah. You got apple pies, cherry pies, blueberries, all that's crusted pies. Like there's no cherry cream pie.
Right.
I guess there could be, but that's not.
There could be, but it's just not done. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, melons and pineapple are the big ones.
I would think so. I think that you wouldn't really want.
Yeah. But pineapple would have to fall in the cream pie.
Right, yeah. You'd have to treat it like citrus, I think.
Hmm.
At least for me. I don't know. There's probably someone out there who likes hot pineapple enough that they'd be like, yeah, just pour that right in the crust and let me eat it.
If we ever get to a point where we get big enough to have our own, like, freaking kitchen.
Our own mythical kitchen.
Our own mythical kitchen. This freaking kitchen. We're gonna have them make fucking, like, completely, you know, like, out of the world fruit pies.
I love it. I mean,
we're gonna try
that
them.
sounds so great.
Because I want to find the guy who could make me a watermelon pie.
Right?
Just to see what.
I think so. Here's actually, have you ever heard of a water pie?
Heard of it, but I could not describe what it is.
Yeah. So during the Great Depression, people were just trying to figure out ways to have any enjoyment out of life.
Yeah.
And they figured out a way to make a pie whose the primary filling ingredient is water. And it's very similar to like a sugar cream pie or something like that, but instead of cream, it's water. So it's sort of a gelatinous, sugary water filling on top of just a shortbread, a sugar crust.
Okay.
And so I imagine you could juice a watermelon and replace the water in that pie with watermelon juice, and it would probably be pretty good.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. I don't want a watermelon-flavored pie. I want a watermelon pie.
Yeah. Oh, you want the actual, like,
I want
chunks of the
yeah.
fruit flesh in there.
I want to be able to eat a pie and spit seeds out.
Gotcha.
And that's where I'm at. And I think in order to do that, it has to be relative to, like...
Yeah. Now, I have seen recipes for pickling the watermelon rind.
Okay.
Which also I don't think is what you're asking for. But, like, that's the only part of the watermelon that I could imagine surviving the cooking process.
Well, if you throw a watermelon into a blender, it's not going to become just pure juice. There's going to be remnants
of watermelon in there. Yeah.
So you got to go. I guess you got to go the cream pie course on that then.
Right. Probably add some pectin or something as a thickener.
Yeah.
You're onto something.
We're gonna have a series. Yeah, we're gonna have a series of melon pies. Like it's going to happen, and not all of them are going to be pleasant.
No, there's some who are going to be terrible.
And realistically, honestly, if we gotta go down the course of gross fucking fruit pies, you have to throw tomato in there.
Yeah, I think I could make a good tomato pie.
Yeah, but God, no one can make a good tomato pie. It's fucking.
I mean,
tomato.
what's a Chicago deep dish pizza if not a tomato pie?
Oh God, true. Do you top it with cheese instead of pie crust?
I don't know, maybe.
God, pizza pie.
I guess it's a question. Do you want it like a savory pie, or were you strictly thinking dessert pies?
We can make a legit pizza pie. Yeah. Just a pie, but the filling is cheese pizza shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just a mesh of cheese, sauce, and fucking sausage inside the pie crust.
Absolutely.
That's where we're at now. This is our world.
I love it. I'm in.
So, same day we were talking about pies at work. This one girl came up to me. She didn't come up to me. We were sitting at lunch and we were talking. Awesome girl, by the way. Pretty cool. We were talking about podcasts. And she was talking about how she liked to listen to more podcasts, but the problem is she just doesn't really want to go around looking at different platforms and stuff to listen to them and everything. And I guess I can understand that. But she gave me an idea that I want to steal. And I want to get a hold of Facebook and have them get a podcast section on their Facebook, kind of like how they have Marketplace. And I guess she equated.
I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised they don't have this already. But go on. Sorry.
Yeah, she just says because she asked me if I knew that Instagram had that Reels button. I said yes, but I don't. I don't use Instagram a lot, even though we have an Instagram. We hardly ever use it, which we just gotta change that. Yeah, we gotta fucking change that. But I mean, they got so many different buttons and stuff to get to certain things. It's surprising how podcasts haven't gotten there yet. So I think this freaking show has to take the reins here and get a hold of Facebook and say, hey, listen, get a podcast section of Facebook where you can click on it, you can search a podcast name or something like that, and boom, there it is, and you can play it right from fucking Facebook. Because videos are playing all the time on Facebook. I mean, hell,
Right.
they just autoplay as you scroll through on your fucking phone. So obviously you could have audio being played through Facebook. So why not just say, hey, welcome to Facebook Podcast or Facecast or Podbook or whatever the hell you want to call it. Just a button on the top of the fucking main menu there.
Right.
Right. I think why the hell not?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how you reach Facebook, but
yeah, I'm reasonably certain that now that you've just thought of this idea, even without putting it out into the world, it just exists. Someone is working on it.
Probably. Yeah.
They're spying on us all the time. So they probably already have it, and they've just been subliminally telling you about it all this time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna scroll through my my news feed later, and it's gonna say like one podcast on Facebook. I'm like, you motherfuckers! Oh, you got me.
Right.
Right.
Gosh.
You know how the world works, so you just fucking. Here's the thing too. It's like I remember talking on the phone with my dad, and he was asking me about this tool he wants to use. It's like a suction cup tool to shift the wood planks on his flooring. And, so I went on Amazon and I searched it, found one, ordered it, sent it to his house and everything. And I shit you not, within 10 minutes I went on my Facebook page and boom, right there, they're showing the exact same fucking thing I just bought.
Yep. And it's like, I already bought it. I don't need another one.
Yeah. Absolutely hate the fact that that's a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like I was Googling something the other day about the Russian-Ukraine war and fucking pops up. Fucking Putin fucking articles.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and I get that, you know, you're all working together and whatever the fuck you guys are doing, but quit sending me shit on something I was just looking for answers. Like White Sox, like, I mean, MLB just, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but they, you know, the agreement came through. So we're going to have a baseball season this year. Thank God. But now my news feed's full of fucking baseball just because I looked up, you know, MLB lockout. But now I'm getting fucking advertisements for buying season tickets and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't want to buy tickets. I just want to make sure I can watch it on TV.
Right. Hey, what? Can you tell me about this lockout? I don't know anything about it. I've seen people talk about it, and I have no idea anything about it.
You know anything about unions?
Yeah.
How they have strikes and contracts and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So the best way I can describe it in the simplest form is, unions and the companies that union workers work for, they have an agreement whenever the contract expires.
Right.
If they don't come to an agreement, the union can strike.
Right.
On the other hand, the company can lock them out. So it's basically a strike created by the owner, MLB. So instead of the baseball players going on strike, MLB locked them out until they came to an agreement on the upcoming year and shit, as far as like pay and like shit like that.
So what were they locked out of? Like the ballpark or?
Just having games. They couldn't do any free agent signings. They could do signings and trades if it relates to like the minor leagues, but as far as Major League Baseball, you couldn't do any free agent signings, which it's weird because I don't know when the official start of the season is going to be. I know it's going to be sometime in April, but there's a lot of like top name ball players still in the free agency market that need to be signed. But they couldn't do any of that during the lockout. They couldn't do any trades during the lockout. Spring training couldn't start because of the lockout, because spring training should have started last week.
Right. Okay.
They couldn't do that. And as long as they kept going, they would have kept knocking dates and stuff off of like the regular season. There was a lockout in the 90s. I want to say it was like 96 or something like that, where they lost the majority of the season. There was no World Series.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. I was just like, I don't understand what they're being locked out of. But now I got it.
They weren't locked out of a physical place. They were just locked out from doing anything baseball related.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I guess in a sense, yeah, they couldn't go to the ballparks, they couldn't go to the locker rooms, they couldn't do anything baseball related. I mean, shit, they're not even supposed to be talking to other, like,
teams or whatever.
Teams and stuff about signing them and shit. So, now there's going to be a mad dash to kind of get all these people signed and traded and everything finalized before the season starts.
Right.
So those will be pretty interesting, yeah. I'm just glad because from all the articles I read, they're going to do the 162 game season. So I'm happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, thanks for explaining that to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I work at a refinery that's actually going through negotiations right now, and that's exactly what they're doing right now, trying to find an agreement between each other to avoid strikes and lockouts and stuff like that. It's weird because a lot of them believe because of the war going on out east that it may kind of like settle and get agreements going because of the skyrocketing gas prices and shit that they want to keep the workers in place. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a very goofy situation, and it's weird because like I don't watch a whole lot of news. I only watch bits and pieces, and just from what I hear. But it just blew my mind because at first I thought like, how the fuck is this war between Ukraine and Russia really going to affect me? Like in my mind, as long as the U.S. stays out of it, we should be okay. Not true though. Obviously, I don't know how gas prices been by you, but
they're ridiculous.
Right, I put 3/4 of a tank of gas in my car and it was $75. So
yeah, well, that was my whole gas tank was $75 yesterday, but I don't drive a truck.
Yeah, it's not
supposed to cost me $75 to drive.
No, dude, $75 was like oh my god, fucking. It was unpleasant. It was, I'm saying, like, I'm like, why is this still fucking going? Like, stop.
Yeah, well, and that's with, I decided to join the Shell Rewards program, because I got an email from AAA saying, hey, if you sign up now, you'll get 30 cents a gallon off. And I was like, sweet, sign me up. And of course it was only 5 cents by the time I got to the pump for whatever reason. But even with 5 cents a gallon off, it was still, I think it was like 73, I don't know, 98 or something for 15 gallons of gas.
Gotcha.
Wild.
Yeah. Do you have Casey gas stations out by you?
No.
If you did, I'd recommend
Shell and Marathon and.
Gotcha. I was gonna say if you had Casey's out by you, they're actually pretty incredible to be a part of because when you accumulate points and everything, you can actually adjust how much cents you want off a gallon based on how many points you're willing to spend.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's like, you'd be like, you know what, I think I only want 10 cents off today. So you could, do so many points, you get 10 cents off, or you just want to be like, fuck it, I want 50 cents off. You get 50 cents off up to 20 gallons.
Man, that would have been great this week.
Yeah, so it was actually pretty cool. I got my, I think I got gas for, I think it was $3.39. I lucked out one, actually it was this morning. I got it for $3.39. I kept thinking like, I can't believe that's the cheapest. Before I was
$3.39 is what I paid 2 weeks ago before I drove down to Fowler.
Yeah. Well, Piatone has, 4 gas, is it 4? 1, 2, 4 gas stations. 3 of them were $3.59. One of them was $3.39.
Damn.
So yeah, so I was able to get it. Actually, it was yesterday afternoon. I got it for $3.39, and I was like, "This is bullshit." Still $75 fucking dollars. I saw a TikTok of a truck driver spent $1,075 filling his fucking diesel tank.
Moly.
Yeah, and he was talking about how I had to get the rate gas because he was hauling like the refrigeration, like milk and shit. And he was making a point that due to the cost of travel, don't be surprised if the cost of milk goes up and shit.
Right. Yeah.
It's a massive situation.
What's really crazy about it is like, if you actually look at the data, the fact that we're not getting oil from Russia anymore has no effect on our oil prices here because the oil and gas companies are still making record profits. They could just not take record profits and lower gas prices and still make hundreds of billions of dollars this year.
Oh yeah.
They're just using it as an excuse to raise the prices. It's messed up.
Somebody was talking, and I don't know if I ever mentioned where I worked, but hope I didn't because I don't want to get back or whatever. I don't care. Somebody was talking about how a certain company got $550 billion in relief due to COVID.
Yeah.
And now not one worker ever received any money from that. So they're not quite sure where the fucking money went, but I'm like, if that's fucking true, and I don't know if it's true or not, I haven't looked into it, but if it's true, that's fucking insane. But,
yeah.
The thing that worries me the most is, like, usually this is the time where gas is the cheapest. So I can't imagine what summer's going to look like.
Yeah, summer's going to suck.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I don't go anywhere.
Well, thank God for Carter Comics, who's going to fucking supply us with gas when we go to Indiana for a fucking cemeteries.
No kidding.
Oh, man. Speaking of sponsorships, guys, make sure you go to ballwash.com to get all your hygiene cleaning needs. I mean, after you're done getting butt fucked at the gas pump, obviously you don't want to clean your hole. So why don't you go ahead and grab some of that body wash and shit to get a little scrubbing so you feel a little bit cleaner and not so fucking used.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well plugged.
Fuck yeah. I actually used the shampoo and conditioner today because normally I kind of use more of the head and shoulders stuff, especially when I'm like, especially when I go into work and stuff, just because I love the scent of the ball wash shampoo that I got. So I use head and shoulders, for okay, I'm going to work. I don't need to smell, great like a night out in town kind of smell. I just need like a generic fucking show out wash. But this is my first full weekend off all year for since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
It's I know I'm going to go out. I know I'm going to enjoy this weekend. I'm going to go to Steam Hollow Brewing tomorrow for their St. Patrick's Day celebration. So I'm excited for that. So, I try to save and utilize my ball wash, shampoo and conditioner for special occasions like that. So I'm smelling great. It smells amazing. I use the ball wash, body wash and everything to clean the body. And there's a lot of body to clean here. So I am ball washed up from head to toe, from hole to pole. I haven't felt fresher than I have in weeks, and that's because I just got off a 7-day stretch of work.
Nice. Not nice, but nice. Nice to feel fresh.
It is. And guys, you can buy all these amazing products at Ball Wash. Just like the Ball Guard, I can't mention enough how much I love the Ball Guard product. Goes on like a lotion. It dries as a powder. It helps with chafing. It's an absolute must-have for anyone who works out in hot days or in hot environments who just want to avoid the chafing that you would get. Get it all at ballwash.com. Fill up your cart with all their amazing products. Use the promo code FreakNet. You'll save 15% on your entire order of ballwash.com. Do it now. You won't be disappointed. Again, ballwash.com. Promo code is FreakNet, FREAKNET. Go today. Save some money. And I was flailing my arms so much, I put myself over my 5,000 step limit for the day.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that. Even though I had 4,900 fucking by 5 this morning, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Let's try playing a game here.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not sure how well this is going to be because it's not really planned out. But I got the top 20 Hollywood actresses. Top 20 Hollywood actresses. I don't know what year. I don't know. This is kind of just thrown together. But I want to show women the respect and appreciation that they deserve. Even though I was fucking just staring at these women like they're eye candy for some weird reason. But I'm young. I'm fucking single. Sue me. Don't sue me. But I don't even know who half these women are. I wish I did.
I probably don't either. What website are you on?
PickyTop.com.
PickyTop.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. We'll get to the top 10. I think. Okay, top 10 kind of definitely gives you more people. So what I want to do is I'm going to give you a name of one of these actresses in their top 20.
Okay.
And I want you to think of an action movie that the lead role is a guy. Whatever action movie you want to go with.
I will try.
I want you to sub this girl in for that lead role.
All right.
Okay. And I know some of these you may not know. I'm going to read the description of them if you want to Google them and everything to maybe help you remember. But we'll try to get through all 20. What time? Oh yeah, we got time. We got time. Okay. go through. We'll do top 10. Fuck it. We'll just do top 10.
Okay.
Number 10 is Natalie Portman. American actress, producer, director, born in Israel. Many consider Natalie Portman intriguing because the Israel Hollywood actress successfully pulled out a film like V for Vendetta and romantic films like No String Attached. So think of an action movie. Where can she fit in? What kind of role? What are you thinking? It could be anyone. There's no right or wrong answers here.
Right.
Yeah.
The obvious low hanging fruit would be, because she's already going to be in it, the upcoming Thor movie. I think she'd make a great Thor.
There you
go. I'm half kidding and I'm half serious. I really love Natalie Portman. I think she's a great actress. I liked her in the Thor movies. I thought she was great in V for Vendetta. I'm trying to think of action movies. This is part of why I'm vamping a little. It might be fun to see her in any role that like Jason Van Damme had done. So I went to high school with a kid named Jason Van Damme. This is where that slipped out. But wait, not Jason. God damn it, Jean Claude. I'm tired too. Jean Claude Van Damme. Wow, amazing, outstanding, well done.
Well, I got one that's pretty obvious, but I had an original idea before this one. So I'm going to give you both. Okay. Do you ever see the movie The Professional?
I have not.
Okay. So there was a movie. It's called The Professional. It was also called Leon the Professional when it was released, I think, in Italy. And I can't remember the guy's name. Jean Reno.
Okay.
You know who that is?
No.
Okay. You remember the movie Couples Retreat?
Nope.
What the fuck are you doing with your life, Joe?
Not watching movies.
All right. Anyway, so Jean Reno was Leon in the movie The Professional. It came out in the 90s. He was a contract killer. Natalie Portman was a child actor, or whatever, in that movie.
Yep.
Her family gets killed, and Leon kind of takes her in because she's by herself. Something happens at the end. I'm not going to spoil it because I recommend you watch this movie. I think you would like this movie. Gary Oldman is in this movie.
Gary Oldman's a great actor. He's great in every movie I've ever seen him in.
He plays a dirty cop. It's fucking amazing. I do remember there was one episode of this show that we did where I talked about this movie because there's a scene where Gary Oldman yells everyone, and it's my favorite Gary Oldman scene in any movie he was ever in.
Nice.
I recommend watching this movie. Anyways, I think a great movie would be creating a sequel to where Natalie Portman is an adult taking over the contract.
I think that's fantastic. I just read a little synopsis, little blurb, and she was his apprentice in the original, right?
Exactly. Yep. My original one for the remake of a movie, I would go with Taken.
Oh, I can see that.
Right. I love Taken. I love the trilogy. The third one wasn't as great as the other two because, well, people keep getting taken. Whatever. Right. But I think Natalie Portman would have been a great mother going after her daughter being, abducted in, whatever you want to go to. So I think that'd be a great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, we got Margot Robbie. Obviously, we see her in fucking, Suicide Squad and shit like that. So we know she can do action movies.
Right.
But give me a remake of one that she's not in.
Right. Preferably, I assume, with a male lead.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. We're recasting male for females.
Yes. Gosh, so many interesting choices.
Right.
How about? Ooh. Nah, no, I couldn't do that to. I don't know. What do you got? I'm gonna keep looking real quick while I think about it.
So, is it solely based on how she perceives herself as Harley Quinn. Kind of like the crazy, not Harley Quinn herself, but how she kind of dive into like that crazy kind of character.
Yeah.
If I could find a female black actress to team her up with, Lethal Weapon.
Nice.
Right? I'm not sure, like maybe a Tiffany Haddish would be fucking cool. But like, you know, she takes over Mel Gibson's role as like that, you know, screwy fucking cop who's kind of on the edge. Yeah, Lethal Weapon was my, like, that's what popped into my head.
Nice. I think you could put her in, Boondock Saints.
Oh, damn.
Put her in with, let me look at the other actresses on this list real fast. Oh man, her and Charlize Theron.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I you ever seen Old Guard on Netflix?
No.
With I believe it was with Charlize Theron. It's incredible. What a great movie, and based off of a comic book, of course. But yeah, it's really good, and she is fantastic in that movie. So yeah, put the two of them together in Boondock Saints.
Okay.
Have Meryl Streep play her dad. I mean, mom.
Never seen Boondock Saints.
Oh, it's good. It's a good movie.
Maybe. I might have to throw it into the old. I would have to find where it's streaming. Maybe because it's St. Patrick's Day season.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't pay for it. Yeah.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, another good action actress.
Right.
Already. Let me look real quick here. I just want to see who else is on this list.
I got one.
No. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I got one.
Go ahead.
I want to go Western on this one.
Nice.
And I think if I had to pick, I would go with like a good, the bad, and the ugly kind of thing.
Nice. With
her, actually I wouldn't mind seeing so she would be the Clint Eastwood, the good. If I was to go, as far as like the bad, maybe like a Uma Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the ugly, I would want to go with, Melissa McCartney.
Ooh. Nice.
Just because the ugly guy, not because he was ugly, it's just because he was more the comedic relief in it. Gotcha. But, for some reason, like when I look at her, I think like this is somebody who could be like a female Western kind of cowboy era like actress. Like, you know, to see her in like the fucking the chaps, the hat, you know, the button up shirt, the vest, you know, quick drawing revolvers and stuff like that. I could say Unforgiven, but I don't think she's old enough to portray that.
Right.
That could be like maybe a Uma Thurman, but nah, this is, I think she would be a great, Blondie is what, Clint Eastwood's called in Good, Bad, the Ugly, but that's what I would go with.
Yeah. I'm almost in the exact same headspace with you. I would put her in, the El Mariachi franchise.
Ooh.
Like Desperado, El Mariachi. She's not as hard boiled as, what's his face? Whose name I suddenly can't remember, but you know who I'm talking about. The guy who plays those roles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think she could do it. I think you're right. You put her in some leather chaps and have her, just looking badass and you know, playing music and shooting people. I think she'd be good at it.
Fuck yeah. 100%. We're going to pass on Charlize Theron since you already used her.
Yep, perfect.
So we skip her. Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. I have trouble imagining Emma Stone in an action role.
Right? That's, you know, I'm on the same boat with you. It's difficult, but that's what's going to make it fun. Yeah. Just to see where your mind's at with this one.
Yeah. Do you have one?
No, but I'll think of one in a minute. I mean, I'm trying to think of movies she was in that could be relatable. And I'm for some reason. Well, let me see what the description of this says about her. Emma Stone's American actress who currently lives in Los Angeles. 2012 superhero film The Amazing Spider-Man. Stone has gained wider recognition in 2014. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. 2016 earned an Academy Award, Golden Globe. Rare breed in Hollywood mainstream. She's talented in comedy and drama. She's smart, witty, likable, and fashion-loving. Her recent Netflix series, Maniac, an American film, La La Land, proves she is among the best Hollywood actresses to handle complicated roles well. Hollywood actress can wonderful in dance. She seems to have a different understanding of her personality. Along with that, she's one of very few top actresses in Hollywood that can play various roles. Forbes 2015, actress, blah, blah, blah. 2 years later, magazine ranked her, blah, blah, blah. So not really much help as far as,
Right.
I mean, okay, so she was in the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. I think you could put her, Steven Seagal is one of those actors who, I think almost anybody could do many of his roles. Because he just plays himself a lot of the time, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I've got a list of action movies here that I've been scrolling through trying to figure out, who would fit in this spot. I think she could be in Under Siege.
That's the submarine one, right? Or the battleship or whatever? Okay.
Yeah, you dress her as like an admiral or whatever, I think she could do it.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess
There's enough drama in that role, and yeah.
Yeah. Ah, man. God, I don't know if I could think of one. I'm going to keep thinking. We'll come back to it. If I come up with one, I do. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie. She's the one I pick. Yeah, I pick her for Unforgiven. That's my choice. Older, there. So that's my Unforgiven choice.
Sold. Yeah, I don't have one that's even close to as good as that.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. Anne Hathaway. We know she was Catwoman in Batman. So some known.
Yep.
So
I really like Anne Hathaway.
I do. I like her too.
Great leather. I say have her be the lead in the Matrix trilogy.
Ooh, taking over for Keanu?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You know what? Maybe if I stick with Keanu, I would think John Wick.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? She's
she's
definitely a Keanu. Because I could definitely see her being also in Speed.
Yes.
This one
she's
got
that neutral mask thing going for her.
Yeah. Another one that's probably tricky, Emma Watson.
Yeah, that is tough.
Right? Is there something like, okay, so if we stick with, let's say, like the mythical bullshit, the Harry Potter stuff, is there something in that realm that's main character male focused that Emma could kind of take over that?
Yes, I think she could be in Van Helsing, as Van Helsing.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know. Blade?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should be Blade?
Right, I briefly thought that same thing. I think she could do the role, but I would rather see a black woman do it for whatever reason.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of like, maybe not. I don't want, Emma Watson. I wonder, can I put Emma Watson and fucking Emma Stone in a movie together?
Yes, Face Off.
Face Off, yes. God, 2 Emmas, 1 face.
Yeah.
Cool. Sold. Jennifer Lawrence, very big action actress. Fucking anything. I'm surprised she has yet to show up in a fucking Marvel movie yet.
Right?
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think.
She's my favorite actress of our generation, I think. I really like Jennifer Lawrence.
I love her not only for her acting, but how she is, like, in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's just like, she's so fucking real and quirky. Mm-hmm. It's phenomenal. Like, if there was one actress I could fucking end up with, I would want it to be Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, it was the most crushing thing in the world to find out. And congratulations to her. I'm happy for her, et cetera, and so forth. I've never had a celebrity crush before. It's totally new to me. It's the first time in my life I was ever disappointed to find an actress was married and having a baby.
Right. Oh no, I would say both with you, man.
Yeah,
like, maybe
it's the only time it's ever happened to me. I'm just like, I mean, like, good for her, but damn it.
Yeah.
Well, see, the chance I definitely had just
right. Like, why did I make that phone call? Yeah. The thing is, like, this, so I've had celebrity crushes in my life. This is the first one that's my age.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's part of it.
It's like age appropriate crush right here. Like I'm not seeing her crushing on somebody who's now in like their 50s. This is somebody who's like maybe like.
Right. We could have gone to school together.
She is younger than me. She's your age, 1990.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, well.
That being said, I think you could put her in almost any role that like Jackie Chan was in the 90s, like Rush Hour or something like that, like a buddy cop movie. I think she'd nail it.
God, like a Shanghai Noon.
Yeah.
God, yes. You know what would be cool now that I'm thinking about it? Actually, you know what? It might be too young. But if you take like, okay, let's say number one, like Scarlett Johansson here. If you take her, you take Angelina Jolie, Charlize Theron, I think is kind of like around that. She's a little bit older actress. Mm-hmm. If I scroll up, maybe Natalie Portman's around that same age, maybe a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a fucking Expendables?
Oh, that'd be great.
Right?
I would enjoy that a lot. Yeah.
God. Megan Fox, I don't see why people like her so much.
Yeah.
What about you? Last one, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. She's another one she could play just about anything. And of course, I mean, that's the joke, right? Because she was in like Ghost in the Shell or whatever and whatever. Okay, here's my pitch. Put her in Die Hard.
Okay.
As what's his name?
McClane?
Murtaugh? Am I in the wrong franchise?
Are you talking about Lethal Weapon or Die Hard?
Oh, I'm talking about Die Hard. I confused the two just now.
So you're talking about John McClane.
John McClane. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Have her be Gene McClane.
Yippee-ki-yay. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like it. I was wondering, like, if I was like, can I think of one I could use for Die Hard? But like, no one hits me. But you know what? Scarlett would be a good one. As like an individual, yes. I just really want that all-female Expendables fucking movie now.
Yeah, I hear you. Same. Way better than like, what was it, like Ocean's 13 or whatever it was?
Yeah, that garbage. It's weird to think like
8 or
like it's weird to think like in my mind that she's only fucking 5 years older than me. I thought she was older than me, like by more.
Yeah,
but she's not. She's like not even 40 yet, and I'm seeing her thinking like, oh, she could be in the Expendables, where everyone's like in their 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think I blew my chance of her ever fucking being a guest on the show, but whatevs.
Yeah, it happens.
Joe, before we wrap up and everything, I almost totally fucking forgot. What would you freaking bring back?
What would I freaking bring back? I actually figured this out right before the show started.
Oh, excellent.
About a year and a half before COVID, BC, Maddie used to work at a food testing laboratory. They would, make sure things were safe to eat. And so, a lot of the stuff that went through this place was, candy. Yeah. And so she would come home with extras of a lot of stuff that otherwise would have to be thrown away. And one of the things I got to try was the jalapeno M&Ms.
Okay.
They are really good and literally disappeared the same day I went out to go try to find some to buy them. And now they don't exist anymore. I mean, I'm sure you can find them online, unopened or whatever, but yeah, they just don't exist. So I would really like to have them bring back jalapeno M&Ms. I really like them. Please bring them back.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just, I never thought that would be something I'd want to try. So I never had them. Yeah.
Yeah. I like spicy sweet stuff. So it was a good combination for me. What about you? What would you bring back?
I would. Yeah. So, huge fan of old time drinks that are fucking gone. I've done, like the Snapple Elements and shit like that. High C Etco Cooler.
Yes.
The Ghostbusters themed fucking High C green drink that was fucking huge in the 90s. It came back as like a promotional thing for some kind of contest back in 2021 when the new Ghostbusters came out. Yeah, but it hasn't really officially been out and available for purchase and stuff in such a fucking long time. And it's just like there was something about it that I just fucking loved. It wasn't the original high C flavor. It was a tangerine, but there was just a different feel to it. And I'm not even talking about like the jug where you screw the top off. I want that fucking can. You have to pop a hole on each side just to pour out of the fucking can. Like that's the high C Echo cooler I fucking want back.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh, it's amazing. It's also a nice way to get pineapple juice in a different way.
Oh, nice. I do love pineapple juice.
Who doesn't love pineapple juice?
Mm-hmm.
It's God's juice.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
I'll
Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about just sort of on the topic of Women's History Month and things. I learned. So I grew up listening to a lot of Pete Seeger with Uncle Kevin and stuff, and I've really liked Pete Seeger all my life. And I recently found out he has a half sister who is also a musician. I got to look up her, Peggy. Her name is Peggy Seeger. And she sings about a lot of the same stuff, but she does it from a woman's perspective, and she is fantastic. So if you're looking for something new to listen to and you like folk music, go look up Peggy Seeger. I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I really enjoy it. So that's what I'm freaking thinking about this week.
Nice.
What about you? What are you freaking thinking about?
Honestly, I'm just looking forward to this weekend, having it off. It's my first time this year to have 3 straight days off in a row. Nice. Usually I'm like 24 hours off or 36 hours off work. On the rare occasion, maybe twice or 3 times I've had 2 consecutive days off, but I get the rest of the today off. I got Saturday off, Sunday off, and I'm going to be at work until Monday evening. So I'm taking the opportunity to get some of the shit around my house finally done that I needed to do, like clean. Saturday, I'm going to try to hit Steam Hollow for their Irish Fest. I'm hoping I can, get some people to meet up with me and we can go do that. Sunday, I'm not quite sure yet, but it's going to be a lot of, just taking the opportunity to enjoy what I can of the free time I have. So not a whole lot, nothing too exciting, just, house shit.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Every week our listeners catch Cartoon Joe here on this freaking show. But of course this show's only about an hour long, and that's not enough Cartoon Joe for our listeners. So if we want to give our listeners more Cartoon Joe, where can they go?
Yeah, if you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over at the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Perfect. Guys, make sure you check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter by searching This Freaking Show. You can find our show when they are released on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Player FM, Stitcher, just by searching This Freaking Show. Again, thank you to Ball Wash, Audible.com, and Carter Comics for being sponsors of our great show. And pick up your This Freaking Show merchandise at TeePublic, TeePublic.com. Support the podcast by doing so. Trust me, the merchandise there is phenomenal, and it's quite widespread. So stock up on all your amazing This Freaking Show merch at TeePublic.com, just by searching This Freaking Show or TFS or FreakNet. However you want to find it, it is there. Make sure you keep updated on our Facebook and stuff as we start doing more things throughout the year. When work's not getting too crazy, life's not getting crazy. We are still working on the FreakNet book club. That is still going to be a thing that's going to come out as soon as we get the logistics of it done and the free time to do so. I think we're going to change it up a little bit. I think we agreed, I'm not quite sure, about maybe not so much doing a Patreon right now, but maybe doing like the book club through Discord or something like that. Discord is fairly new to This Freaking Show, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But if you guys are interested in being part of the book club, message us at Facebook, This Freaking Show, or email us at thisfreakingshow@yahoo.com. Let us know. We'll let you know what the Discord fucking thing is, so you can join, so we can figure out what book we want to do and how we want to kind of get that going. Cemetery tour is still coming. A lot of stuff. Cartoon Joe mentioned to me, and I think it's a great idea, during the time of Lent this year, we're going to do some fish sandwich rankings. So we'll get that kind of planned out, hopefully released here in the coming weeks or something like that. Shit's doable. It's just time just needs to be perfect for us. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all the amazing stuff going on. Make sure you go to YouTube, search FreakNet Studios, subscribe to it, check out the amazing videos we currently have, and make sure you hit the notification bell for when new videos get dropped. Guys, that is all I have. So as always, I am Travis Tate.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of this freaking show. I'm out.